Wow! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome you guys to Luminess. We are here doing our live demos Monday through Thursday. Now, Heather is out handling some business, but I got to come out and play with you guys to do a live demo today. So glad you are here. As you come in, go ahead and say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what you're thinking today. Today, guys, holiday season's here. We've done Halloween, we've got Thanksgiving coming up, and we've got Christmas coming up. And so we are going to talk picture perfect makeup. Who doesn't want, hey, Millie, good to see you. Who doesn't want, good morning, Lori, great photos during Thanksgiving and during Christmas? Yes, please. If we're going to make it memorable and we're going to take pictures and photos, let's talk a little bit of difference between our everyday makeup look and maybe our photo makeup look. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, how to create picture perfect makeup with a few tips, tricks, and techniques. So I'm glad you guys are here. I hope you hang out and stay with us to see the before and after and all that good stuff. So good morning, Tina. Good to see you. So first things first, I would get terribly scolded by Heather if I didn't talk about the basics. And so know that this is our basic kit that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to talk about our Breeze Duo, and we're going to use the Breeze Duo to create our picture perfect look. So if you have not gotten yours, guys, it's a great product and it really is good to help you create and customize any look you want, whether it be a very natural look, whether it be a dewy look, a matte look, a photo ready look. You get to customize it. That's the great thing, is there's so much customization that you can do when you are airbrushing. So now the old school thought of photo makeup was you have to wear a lot of heavy makeup. And that is not true anymore because of the way the cameras have evolved, because of the way all of the things. Good morning, Angela. Good to see you. Because of the way we've just progressed throughout the years, we don't have to wear makeup for photography or film like we had to do in the 50s, 60s, or 70s. So let's evolve our techniques a little bit to be where we are now so that we can have the best photographs we want. So the main thing is giving your skin and giving your photographer, especially if you're doing professional photography, enough pigmentation to be able to finish it, because we always have edits afterwards and we do the pixelization and all that, to be able to finish it flawlessly. And that is why this is so great, because all this is pigmentation. And so this, a little dab will do you. So let's get started. We are going to talk makeup. Now, when you're doing photographs, usually you have to make a decision. Do we want the focus on the eyes? Do we want the focus on the lips, or do we want the focus balanced between the eyes and the lips? That's where a lot of people go wrong. They'll do a really dark, heavy eye and really bright lips, and then it's just a whole lot. And if you have a deeper, darker skin tone, you can pull that off, and that's great. But if you're fair like I am, that's a whole lot. So do we want the focus on the eyes? Do we want the focus on the lips, or do we want it balanced? What do we want to do today, guys? Y'all tell me, because I can do both, either or. And so I'd love to hear what it is that you want to see. Focus on the eyes, focus on the lips, or a balanced look, because the technique for the skin is going to be the same. The technique for the foundation is going to be the same. It's going to be a difference on the eyes and the lips that we do. So we want the balanced look between the eyes and lips. You got it. Well, I guess that means I'll put my red lipstick away. Okay. I did bring it just in case, but my red is more of a hot pink red. I don't go like blue red because it's a little too much for me. Okay. So first things first, my skin is prepped. If you see there's some shine to it, I'm moisturized. I actually did an illuminating moisturizer because my skin's felt a little gross and dull, and I don't like dull skin. It's just a personal preference. And I live in Houston and Texas, and it's hot, and it dries out. It's just a different aspect for me. So for this and the balanced, I want to get maximum pigment to have that blurred, flawless look. So I'm going to do the trick that I told Heather she was crazy on when she told me this, because again, I've airbrushed for 25 years. I just haven't used Luminess's colors. And she's like, powder first. And I was like, first off, I don't powder. But secondly, no. And so I did it. And so it turned out to be an amazing technique. So for photos, anytime I'm going to do photos, anytime I put anyone on camera when we're doing it for camera work, I powder first because I love the velvet finish. I love the way Luminess's foundation works with the powder, and it does the opposite. So like if you powder afterwards, it can be cakey and heavy and kind of show those extra pores and crinkles, but it doesn't work that way if you do it before. So that was my misconception. I know how it worked afterwards with traditional foundations. I did not realize how it worked in conjunction with this. And once I realized how it worked in conjunction with this, I was like all day long doing that. Lori, I love that you started doing that. So I'm going to take my powder. I'm not going to use a brush. I'm actually going to use a sponge. And I'm going to just go in. It's a translucent powder. I'm not going to go under my eyes as much because, again, that's the thinner skin. Our under eyes are so challenging and tricky because it's thin, fine skin. And then, of course, you've got those light little wrinkles and crinkles that will take care of that. Yes, Millie, you've never tried powdering first. Try it. It does an amazing little, it just changes the finish. Now, guys, I didn't use a lot. This has a web on it. So see, it's got a web on it. So when you saw me pressing, I wasn't pressing it straight into powder. You don't need a lot of powder. If you're using a brush, just dust. No big deal, just dust. This is just an HD powder. We have powders at Luminess. I just don't have it with me. So any HD powder, any translucent powder will work. So no worries on the specific type of powder. You can pretty much use any kind. The finer milled it is, if it says it's for HD, of course, it's going to be great for photography. It's going to be great for video. All righty. So I am going to do Heather's little suggestion again of a blush first. And if you see, I have a lot of pink in my skin, so I don't need a whole lot of blush. I naturally have it already. I have a lot of red in my skin all over, and so I'm going to put 2 little drops of, what color is this? Soft rose in there. But I'm also going to add love to it. Now, love right here adds a little bit of luminosity to that blush. It just adds a little bit of sheen, all of that good stuff. And so I use love. Now we're gonna mix it. So watch that. Back bubble to mix. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and put that. And remember, with the blush, you've got to give it time to bloom. And that's the same way with the foundation. You got to give it a couple of minutes to do its thing and to heat up with your skin. And I know you faithful watchers understand this, but what a lot of people don't understand is there's not anything in the foundation other than pigmentation. And so it needs a catalyst to really give the full coverage. And that catalyst is the heat of your skin. All righty. So we're going to give that a second or two. Veronica, how about every day? I don't know what that means. What do you mean every day? Can you use the powder every day to do your look? Absolutely, you can. It just changes the finish of the look a little bit to do what it is you want it to do. Okay, normally I would not clean, but I'm just gonna press this out a little bit. So I don't want any of that pink in with it. Now, if you like a matter look, I would say hold back on adding love to things. If you like a matter look in your photography, I don't necessarily. I like there to be a little bit of a glow, a little bit of, I don't want to say a shine to the skin, but that's what people think it looks like. Guys, matte makeup. If you have skin over the age of 40, it's not your best friend. Like, I don't mind not shiny, but healthy skin has a glow to it. And so you really want to have as healthy of skin as you can. And so a little bit of reflection, a little bit of glow is really, really good. Okay, so as you can see, this side is a little bright because I have a window, but see, that's a little bright. So we got some good blush work in there. I am going to actually custom mix my foundation. These are both rose formulas. We got a 20 and a 30. Now for me, I'm in between. I'm out of my summer color, but not quite into my winter color. And so I am going to do a mix of both of them. So I'm going to do 4 drops of the 20 and probably 3 or 4 drops of the 30 and mix them up. Again, this is all custom. You can add and do as many as you need. If you need more than these drops, we probably need to talk about how far you're pulling back and how much you're releasing out, because this really should give you the full coverage you need. Alrighty, so we're going to start. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Do you have plans? Do you have family photos happening? What do you have going with that? If you'll notice, I'm going in a small round circles around, even over my blush area, because that's going to give me a little bit more of the coverage that I like. I get really red on the chin, so I'm going to do a little bit of coverage there and come up. Lori, you're cooking. I think we're all cooking, girl. What's your favorite thing to cook, Lori, for Thanksgiving? I do not cook the turkey. My brother tends to smoke turkeys, and so I just let him do the turkey smoking. Okay, so if you'll see, I am hitting almost round 3 with this coverage going all the way around. And I still have some left in my well. Gonna hit that chin again, because again, I get that red chin. Lori does desserts. We love desserts, Lori. You're everybody's favorite person, because if we could just have Thanksgiving with desserts only, ooh, that'd be the bomb. Okay, well, I feel like I have enough coverage already. And let me see how much I have left. And I still have some left in my well. So I'm going to leave that sitting in my well for a few minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a moment to do what it does with the heat of my skin and pixelate. Because what will happen over the next couple of minutes as I'm doing my eyes, as I'm doing my lips, it's all going to heat up, do its little blurring pixelation job. And then I can come back and go, okay, do I need more here? Do I need more there? Where do I need to add or adjust things? So if we are doing a balanced look, for me, a balanced look is emphasizing the eyes with mascara and a little bit of eyeliner. But I don't have a whole lot of eyes. I have hooded eyes. They're starting to really do their dropping. I have a lot of eye bed, but not a lot of eyelid. And so I can go dark, but I choose not to go dark. And I will put the emphasis in just shaping my eyes a little bit and then adding mascara. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to do the mascara and the liner first, so that you can see there's a little bit of difference with eyeshadow, but I don't get a big bang for my buck with eyeshadow like Heather does, because her eyes are shaped completely different. And so for me, I'm going to do eyeliner and mascara first, just so you can see that's where I get the biggest bang for my buck. Okay, so for my eyeliner, I'm going to take this and just use a little bit of eyeshadow. It's actually an aubergine, a little purple, because I have green eyes. Green eyes really helps bring out purple. Millie, my granddaughter and I do the desserts, and husband and daughter do the turkey and dressing. Oh, I love that, Millie. That's great. Dispense the work and the load. I love that. I'm going to go right in here, and I just do the outer corner and the upper corner. I call it the Pac-Man. You know how Pac-Man does that? It looks like the Pac-Man. And so I will fill in the Pac-Man on that outer corner and on that outer edge right there with some darker eyeshadow. And that just really frames my eye. See how that just like frames my eye up and lets you see the shape of my eye? It just grounds it some. It's not heavy, it's not a lot, and it's just on that outer corner and on that top corner. And I don't even hit the halfway mark of my eye. I don't bring it all the way over. I only bring it like a third over, and then we'll sweep the rest of it. Okay. And so that just frames my eyes right there. You see that? That's a look right there. And so for me, the other thing that I get the biggest bang out of is lashes. Now, if you don't have great lashes, there are ways to help with that. They have lash serums that you can use that help grow them, that you can get. I use those to help make my lashes look fuller and thicker. They do actually work. You just have to use them consistently. As we get older, our hair thins out. That's in our brows. That's in our hair. It's just an age thing. But there's ways to combat that. Or you can use false lashes, or you can get some great mascara and just add some great mascara, a coat or two. If you feel like you need a little bit extra help, or you're going to be going all day, a lash or a mascara primer is a great additive to just kind of help with the thickness and the fullness of it. And then you can, I'm not doing that today because I don't need to wear it like overheat in a long day. But I definitely like my primers for my mascara. So see, for me, mascara is a bigger bang for my buck than eyeshadow. It just is. And everybody has what works best for them. So you really kind of just look at your face, look at what you want to accentuate, and put the work in where you get the accentuation. Let the rest of it be what it is. It's just we accentuate the great parts and we downplay the parts we don't love so much. And that is quite all right because we all have those things. Okay, so for me, balanced is like not too big, not too heavy, but soft. And again, having enough focus on the eyes and the lips so that one is not competing with the other, but there is a pretty balance there. Okay, so you see, just liner and mascara looks dramatic on me. So if I actually put a dark color on my eye or did a smoky eye, it would look very dramatic. So if I'm doing a balanced look, I'm going to go lighter on the eyeshadow because of the drama that the mascara and the eyeliner brings for my overall look. So for me, the next step really is just taking a fluff brush with a little bit of just a pinker color and just adding it right here and blending it up just so I have a little bit of color, nothing major. A very soft, neutral, pinkier undertone. I could use a brown. I can use anything. But again, I'm wanting to bring out my green eyes and not compete with it. And so a little bit of a pink or a purple tone will really help with the eyes. All righty. That's it. Super simple, super easy, nothing major. So let me take a look. Foundation. I think I can use a little bit more coverage on this side just because I want it. And that's going to be it. I think the rest of it looks pretty. So I'm going to do one more pass right there. One more pass on my chin and up my nose so that I get that full pigmentation. Okay, and then for lips. Now, okay, Angela, What would you suggest for brown eyes and black hair with white streaks? Okay, for coloring, the great thing about brown eyes is they're neutral, so you can really use any color you want, honestly. I would veer away from dark browns or dark grays or any of that because that could get muddied in with, having brown and black and the harshness of black hair. So I would use something softer. I would use like a pinkier color or maybe a violet, a very light violet. You could, if you got the right tone of blue, you could use blue in the liner. I wouldn't use blue in the eyeshadow, but you can use it in the liner and it could be very pretty. The great thing about brown eyes is with eyeliner, you can use just about any color and it looks amazing. Green, brown, teal. Be creative. And it doesn't have to be stark and crazy looking. It can just be interesting. And if you're using it in that little pinpoint of that line, it looks very, very beautiful and very cool. So great question. Thank you guys. Thanks for asking. Okay, so for lips, right now, if you look at it, it looks pretty balanced, right? I've got color here. I've got color here. Neither one of them are really competing. But because we are going to be digitalizing it, when you digitalize makeup or foundation or colors, you need a pigment on there to help hold that digitalization to not be washed out if lighting is off or it needs to be adjusted in post. So even though I have good color to my lips, I want to make sure I have some kind of pigmentation on it, whether it be a light color that's the same color or it be a tinted lip balm. We want some kind of pigmentation on there that is not of my natural pigmentation, to let it be digitalized and grasped by the camera. Okay. And so I am actually going to use just one of my favorite colors. I'm going to use Luminess's Dusty Rose right here. Yes, Veronica, you have some of the same colors and you found that green brings out the brown. Yeah, any of the colors that are not brown or black will really accentuate green, purple, blue. Any of those will really kind of contrast against the brown and bring them out. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick little line. And you'll be able to see the difference because, again, I'm doing this on video, so it's going to be digitalized, and you'll be able to see how it grounds the color. Let's go ahead and just do this. And I'm going to fill it all the way across because I really like the color. Their Dusty Rose is a great color. Okay, and then I'm going to put on my little tinted lip balm that I like because I like it. Alrighty, and so see the saturation? It just adds, it wasn't any darker, there wasn't any more, it just adds a different saturation to the color. Now for me, to finish this off, I'm going to do a little quote unquote highlight. I'm not going to use my breeze for that because I want it very specific as to where I'm going to place it. So I'm going to take just a little bit of concealer. I'm going to pop it right here in my inner corner because I want the highlights when they take the photo. I want it to be right there. And then I'm going to pop it right here. I'm going to pop it right here. And the only reason I'm doing this is not so it will glow out or anything of that nature. It's because I want the focus right here when they take the photo. So I'm going to add just a little bit of highlight there. And super simple. You're not going to see it glowing like, you see kind of some of the crazy stuff they do on Instagram. It's glowy. You're just going to see a little bit of a highlight. And the great thing about Luminess's products is they play well with traditional products. And for me, this is a finishing technique that will digitalize and just kind of bring the highlight where I want it to be in the photo. And then when they go through to do the edits and they do that little natural blur that they do, my eyes look a little bit brighter, a little bit more lifted. And so there we go. I'm going to do a little bit more powder on the cheeks. They're a little pinky for me. Maybe I should have done only a drop and a half. All righty. That is a balanced photograph look right there. I'm going to use my powder puff. There's not much powder on it left. I'm going to use my little powder puff, and right there, it's a balanced look. If you'll notice, the eyes don't override or aren't super dark and heavy in comparison to the lips, and the blush is just enough. Again, blush is one of those things that is very personal. If you like less blush, use less blush. If you like more blush, use more blush. It's perfectly okay. And so if you have any questions about how to create specific looks, about what's coming up in the holiday season that you want to see, guys, ask. Heather loves doing these demos, loves customizing it for what you want and what you need. And so ask. She will be more than happy to cover it and do all that. Now that we have done that picture perfect look, how many of you are doing family photos? Do y'all do family photos like every single year? Is that a thing? I did it when my kids were younger, and now they're all adults. And so I really do want family photos. Do y'all do it every year, or do y'all just do it when you can snag a photo? That's my question. That's what I want to know. All righty. So just so you guys know, as we're going through this, if you have any questions, I'm over at Luminess Live in the group. And so you can ask any questions that you have there. Also know there's beauty experts on the phone available to you. This right here is their direct line. You can call and get training or ask any questions whatsoever to a beauty expert on the phone and over at Luminess Live. If you haven't signed up for Heather's class, even if you're not new, take it. She customizes the classes for what you need. It's free to you. All you have to do is sign up for it, and it's available for you. So just know that you have support here. We love interacting with you guys. We love being able to help you customize your look, create new looks, and really just get the most out of your Luminess experience. So until next time, thank you guys for joining me. I had a great time creating this picture perfect balanced look. And if you need anything, you know where to find me. I'm over at Luminess Live. Y'all have a great holiday season, and I will see you